Okay, in previous video I got some disturbance, so now I'll explain it further. So now the molarity, what is the molarity formula? The molarity formula is number of moles per liter of the solution. So it is number of moles divided by volume of solution in liter. So you have got the number of moles 0.05 mole, and how much volume you have got 0.2 liter for the solution. So after calculation you get the 0.25 mole per liter, and that is equal to 0.25 m. Mole per liter is denoted by m. Okay, now I'll move to the another question. So now tell you, this question is calculate the number of moles and the amount in gram of NaOH in 250 centimeter cube of a 0.100 m NaOH solution. That means here we have to calculate the number of moles as well as the mass of the sodium hydroxide, number of the moles of the sodium hydroxide, as well as the amount of sodium hydroxide in gram also we have to calculate here. What is given here? Volume of the solution is given 250 centimeter cube. What is given? 250 centimeter cube. That is the volume of the solution. And another thing, what is given? Molarity of the solution also is given. So two things have been given: molarity of the solution as well as volume of the solution. And you have to calculate the number of moles, and it has been taught to you that whenever the volume of the solution is given as well as molarity is given, and that time you have been asked to calculate the number of moles of the solid. In that case the formula is MB, mass into molarity into volume. So number of moles of the solid, how to calculate? Molarity into volume. So on here you have been provided the molarity as well as volume. So what are the things you have to calculate? Number of moles of the solid, amount of the solid in gram you have to calculate, molarity is given, volume is given centimeter cube, and it is converted into liter by dividing it by thousands. So now you have got the molarity as well as volume, and here volume must be converted into liter because molarity is mole per liter. So that's why the volume which has to be multiplied here must be converted into liter. So if you keep it in any other unit, then there will be problem. You won't get perfect result. So that's why it should be converted into liter. So now the number of moles of the solid is, that is MB, mass into molarity into volume. Molarity you have written here, volume you have written, all together calculate it. So you have got the number of moles of the sodium hydroxide. You have got 0.025 moles of sodium hydroxide you have got. So one part of the answer you have cleared. Now the second part is you have to calculate the sodium hydroxide in gram. So you know that mass of 1 mole, if you are aware about the mass of 1 mole of any substance, you can calculate. So what is the 1 mole? This symbol represents 1 mole sodium hydroxide. So if you know the mass of the molar mass of the sodium hydroxide, then you know the mass of 1 mole. So if this number of mole is multiplied, if this number of mole is multiplied with the molar mass, if this number of mole is multiplied with molar mass of the sodium hydroxide, then you will get the actual mass in gram. So that is why we will calculate the amount of solute in gram. So how to calculate? Number of moles into molar mass. Number of moles into molar mass. So what is the number of moles? 0.025. And this is the molar mass of the sodium hydroxide, 23 plus 16 plus 1. This is the molar mass. So altogether you have got 40 gram, and you calculate it how much you are getting, 1 gram. So that means to prepare this solution, what we need? 0.025 moles of sodium hydroxide. If you talk in terms of moles, then this much moles of the sodium hydroxide is required. If you talk in terms of the mass, then 1 gram of sodium hydroxide is needed to prepare this solution. Now I'll talk about the next question. So next question is, how much volume of 10 HCl should be diluted with water to prepare 2 liter of 5 HCl? That means this is the process of dilution. You have been given a solution of HCl. That means you are having a hydrochloric acid solution whose molarity is 10 m. And you have been asked to prepare 5 HCl. You have to prepare 5 HCl from this 10 HCl by adding the water into it. That means you will be increasing its volume, and the final volume you are making it up to 2 liters. So you are preparing a 2 liters of 5 HCl from this 10 HCl. So you have to calculate how much 10 HCl you have to take so that you can prepare 2 liters of 5 HCl. So the how much volume? So this is the solution before dilution. So molarity before dilution of HCl, how much it is? 10 m. So M1 is the molarity before dilution. Okay, before dilution. Before dilution, what is the molarity of HCl? 10 m. And the volume you have to find out how much you are going to take it. So before dilution you have got the molarity 10 m. And after dilution you have got the molarity 5 m and the volume is 2 liters. Now you know the dilution relationship. It has been taught to you. What is the dilution relationship? That is M1B1 equal to M2B2. Same solution is diluted. So when you are diluting it, so this is the formula, M1B1 equal to M2B2. M1B1 is the data before the dilution and M2B2 is the data after the dilution. So M1B1 equal to M2B2. So follow this formula. So M1 is given 10, B1 is not given, you have to calculate, and M2 is 5, B2 is 2. So putting all these values, you are getting B1 equal to 1 liter. B1 you are getting 1 liter. That means you will be taking 1 liter. You will be taking this 1 liter of 10 HCl, and when you dilute this 1 liter up to 2 liter, then it will become 5 HCl. That means you have to add 1 liter of water into the 1 liter 10 HCl so that it become 2 liter of 5 HCl. Okay, this is another question. I solved it. Now the next question. Again, question is, what volume of 6 HCl? What volume of 6 HCl and 2 HCl should be mixed to get 1 liter of 3 HCl? Previously what we have discussed, the same solution is diluted. That means their volume and molarity got changed when you add the water. Now here we are taking the two solutions of the same substance, 6 HCl and 2 HCl. Both are hydrochloric acid solution only, but the strength of these two solutions are different in these two cases. 6 HCl has to be mixed with the 2 HCl. Now what volume of 6 HCl? That means how much you will take the 6 HCl. It is not known, you have to calculate. Volume of the 6 HCl and 2 HCl should be mixed together. How much you will be taking the 6 HCl and how much you will be taking the 2 HCl. So you have to find out the V1 as well as V2. M1 and M2 is given. When you mix this 6 HCl and 2 HCl, you are getting 3 HCl. So after mixing the same kind of different solution, the solution of the same kind. Solution of same substance having different concentration. Solution of the same substance having different concentration when it is mixed. When it is mixed together, so what you are getting here? 3mHCl. 3mHCl and its volume become 1 liter. Its volume become 1 liter. Okay. So this is the resultant when these two mix together. So for first solution, molarity is 6m, volume is, let's assume x, and for second molarity is 2m, volume. So because when you are adding these two, how much you are getting? 1 liter. The resultant solution is 1 liter. So total volume altogether for these two solutions are 1 liter. Altogether how much would be the volume? Because volume are added together, then it gives you the resultant. So the total volume of the 6mHCl and 2mHCl should be altogether 1 liter. So that's why if you assume that the first solution have been taken x liter, if the first solution 6mHCl taken x liter, then the other solution of 2mHCl must be 1 minus x liter only. Now we know that number of moles of the solute M1V1 equal to 6 into x. Number of moles of the second solution M2V2 equal to this 2 into M2V2. So put the value of M2V2, you will be getting 2 into 1 minus x. So these are the calculation of M1V1 and M2V2. For M1 6 into x, for M2V2 2 into 1 minus x. So this is the first solution, second solution before the dilution, when it is before mixing, when it is not mixed together. When you mix it these two, then you will get the third solution and their molarity would be 3m. So you are getting 3mHCl. Their molarity, assume M3, 3m on V3 1 liter, that is given in the question, that is the final. So M3V3 equal to 3 into 1, 3. And the equation have been taught to you that when the same kind of solution having different concentration are mixed together, then the resulting solution will have a different molarity and different volume. But the number of the moles of the solute would not change, because it is not a chemical reaction, because same kind of substance are getting react with one, the same substance are getting mixed with one another. That's why there will be no reaction, because HCl is mixed with HCl. So there will be no change in the number of moles before the mixing and after the mixing. Before the mixing, number of moles is 6x and 2 into 1 minus x. After the mixing, number of moles is how much? You are getting 3. So this 3 mole would be equal to altogether these two. Why? Because we have mixed together same kind of substance. So before the mixing, whatever the number of moles is there, same the number of moles would be there after the reaction. It has already been explained to you during the theory classes. So now I will be applying the molarity equation for mixture of same substance. What is the relation? That is M1V1 plus M2V2 equal to M3V3. Now value of M1 and V1 we have calculated here. M2V2 we have calculated here. M3V3 we have calculated here. Put all these relation and I'll calculate it. Ultimately you will be getting, you know the mathematics very efficiently. So you must know how to calculate these equations. So ultimately what you are getting? X equal to 0.25 liter. So ultimately you are getting the value of x. And what is x? It is the V1 equal to x. What is V1? It is the volume of the first solution, that is 6mHCl. So when you got the value of x, so that means you are getting the value of 6mHCl. So that is the volume of 6mHCl. So volume of 6mHCl you have taken, how much you have? X. So that is 0.25 liter, you have just calculated it. So now another 2m, another solution. We have got 2m solution whose volume is 1 minus x liter. So you calculate volume of the second solution, volume of the 2m HCl taken, that is 1 minus x. Put this value, so how much you are getting? 0.75 liter. That means 0.25 liter of 6m HCl and 0.75 liter of 2m HCl. When it got mixed together, it gives 1 liter of 3m HCl. So this is the question. This is your final answer. Okay, I'll move to the another question. But these are the very simple thing. You practice it. Okay, now I'll discuss the next question. That is question number 8. Part A. A sample of sodium hydroxide weighing 38 gram is dissolved in water and the solution is made to 50 ml in volumetric flux. What is the molarity of the resulting solution? Very simple. So you have been given the amount of solute. Their weight is 38. That means you are taking the 38 gram of sodium hydroxide as a solute and it is dissolved into the water. In how much? 50 ml. Volumetric flask means it is a type of conical flask in which you are mixing sodium hydroxide into the water. So 50 ml of water you have taken. In that 50 ml of water you have mixed 38 gram of sodium hydroxide. So you have been provided a amount of solute as well as the volume of the solvent. Here the solvent is water, so the amount of solution also 50 ml. Now you have to calculate the molarity of the resulting solution. Molarity of the resulting solution. So very simple question. Mass of the solute, you have been given sodium hydroxide, that is 38 gram. Second, molar mass of the solute, it is 40 grams. So number of moles of the solute, would be how much? 38 by 40. So this is the number of moles of the solute. Now calculate the molarity, number of moles of the solute divided by volume of the solution in liter. Now how to calculate this? The number of moles of the solute you have written here and volume of the solution in liter is written here. When you calculate it, ultimately you will get 19 mole per liter and that can be written as 19 m. That can be written as 19 m. So here volume of the solution what was given, that is 50 ml. So that is converted into volume of the solution 50 ml by 50 by 1000 liter. This is the 50 by 1000 liter. So don't get confused from where this 1000 is coming. 1000 is not coming itself. ml is converted into liter. So for that purpose 1000 is used as a denominator here. Okay, so the first part is solved. Now the second part is how many moles of sodium hydroxide are contained in 27 ml of 0.15 m NaOH. So you have got a 19 m NaOH solution. What you have got? 19 m NaOH solution you have got. What you have got? 19 m NaOH solution you have got. In the second part, from this 19 m NaOH solution, you have to convert this 19 m NaOH solution into 0.15 m NaOH solution. And the volume of the new solution 27. That means again it is a process of dilution. That means you have got a 19 m NaOH solution. 19 m NaOH solution, and this 19 m NaOH solution would be converted into 0.15 m NaOH solution and the volume would be 27 ml. So now you have to calculate how many moles of sodium hydroxide should be taken. So you have to calculate it. So now the volume. So new volume of the solution is how much? 27 ml. The new volume of the solution is 27 ml. So it should be converted into liter. So 27 by 1000 liter. Now the molarity of the new solution is how much? 0.15 m. So now here you can directly calculate it also. No need to go in the lengthy process of the dilution process, but simply you can calculate this here. So you have been given the volume, you have been given volume as well as molarity you have been given. Volume as well as molarity you have been given. So simply number of moles can be calculated by using a formula, molarity into volume. That gives you the number of moles of the solute. So how much you are getting? So 0.15 is the molarity and volume is the 27 by 1000 liter. Now calculate it. You will, after calculation, you will get the answer. This is your 4.05 into 10 power minus 3 mole per liter. Okay. Now next question. Question number 9. Now the commercially available concentrated HCl contains 38% HCl by mass. Means the in market concentrated HCl is available and whose concentration is 38% HCl, 38% by mass. What do you mean by 38 gram of HCl is dissolved in 100 gram of HCl solution? 38 gram of HCl dissolved in 100 gram of HCl solution. This is the meaning of 38% HCl. Now you have to calculate what is the molarity of this solution. And the density is given. Density is 1.10 gram per ml. So density of solution is given. This is the density is for what? It is the density of a solution. How much it is? 1.10 gram per ml. 1.10 gram per ml. And the second question is, what volume of concentrated HCl is required to make this 1 liter of 0.10 mHCl? So this is the second question. So first we have to calculate the molarity. To calculate the molarity, what are the data given? We have been given the percentage concentration of the HCl as well as the density of the HCl also given. So the concentration of the HCl solution is given in two different parameters, in a gram percentage as well as in terms of density. So we'll compare these two data and we'll calculate it. So now the percentage concentration of solution is how much? It is 38%. So it is 38 by 100. What is the meaning of this 38 by 100? This is for HCl. For HCl. Now, so mass of the solute is 38 gram. So name of the HCl is what? It is HCl. And the mass of the solution is 100 gram. The meaning of 38%, the mass of the solute, which is HCl, 38 gram, and the mass of the solution is 100 gram. So this data we have got. Now apart from this, we have got the density of the solution, 1.10 gram per ml. What is the meaning of 1.10 gram per ml? That means mass of 1 ml. Mass of 1 ml of solution would be 1.10 gram. That means volume of 1.10 gram solution. So volume of 1.10 gram solution is 1 ml. So how much solution we have got? 100 gram. Volume of 1.10 gram of the solution is 1 ml. This is the volume. So volume of 1.10 gram solution is 1 ml. So that's why the volume of 100 gram solution would be how much? If you take the unitary method, then you have to find out the volume of 1 gram solution. That would be 1 by 1.10. Then you will be calculating volume of 100 gram solution. That would be multiplied into 1.10. So it is multiplied together and it is calculated here. So 1.10 into, now this 100 ml, and to calculate the molarity we need in liter. So here we have got the volume in ml, so we should calculate it into liter also. So that's why it should be divided by 1000. So that is what we have divided it, 1.10 into 100 by 1000. So now it becomes liter. So it would be 1.10 into 1 by 10 liter. So it is converted into liter. So now we have got the volume of the solution. So mass of the solution got converted into the volume of the solution. Now we'll calculate the molar mass of the solution, because molar mass of the HCl, because it is the solute, that is 36.5 gram. That's why the number of moles of the solute would be, because the actual mass of solute is how much? 38 gram. Actual mass of the solute is how much? It is 38 gram. When you have taken the solution 100 gram, at that moment amount of solute is 38 grams. So this 38 grams should be converted into number of moles. So for that purpose we have calculated here number of moles of the solid, that is 38 by 36.5 mole. So ultimate, now we have got the molarity, formula of molarity, number of moles of the solid, volume of the solution in liter. So here the values are written here, 38 by 36 that is the number of moles of the solute, and this one is the volume of the solution. When you calculate it, ultimately you will get 11.45 mole per liter. That would be 11.45. This is the molarity of the solution. This is the molarity of the solution, molarity of HCl solution. Now second is, what volume of concentrated HCl is required to make 1 liter of 1.10 mHCl. This is the another question. Second part. What volume of concentrated HCl is required to make 1 liter of this much? So this is the only. What volume of concentrated HCl? So this is the, for this question, this is the concentrated HCl, because this is the 38% which is available into the market, and this is the concentrated HCl. So what is the molarity of the concentrated HCl? What volume of concentrated HCl? So molarity of the concentrated HCl is how much? That is 11.45 molarity. This is the molarity of the concentrated HCl, which has been called here. What volume of concentrated? So this concentrated HCl has got the molarity 11.15 m, and this concentrated HCl has to be converted into 0.10 mHCl, and the volume should be made 1 liter. So how much HCl you would be taking, how much concentrated? So this is the process of dilution. So we will be using the formula of dilution. So for concentrated HCl we will be writing the data, that is M1 equal to 11.45 molarity of the concentrated HCl, and this is the volume of the concentrated HCl. And now the diluted HCl, for diluted HCl molarity is 0.10 m and volume is 1 liter. So you must be aware of the molarity equation. So molarity equation, when the dilution process is carried out, for dilution process, for dilution process, what would be the relation? That would be the M1 B1 equal to M2 B2, and you have got all the data. You have got M1, you have got M2, you have got B2. So you will be putting all these values. So ultimately you will be getting the value of B1. So calculate it. So what you will get? Value of B1. That means this much volume of concentrated HCl must be taken for the dilution process, and this much HCl should be taken. This much HCl should be taken. This much concentrated HCl should be taken to convert it into 1 liter of 0.10 mHCl. Okay. Now next question. That is the question number 10. The 500 centimeter cube of 0.200 m NaCl solution is added to the 100 centimeter cube of 0.500 m AgNO3 solution. So previously it was the same kind of solution which was added together. Now we have got two different kind of solution added together. So there will be reaction, since different kind of substances are added mixed together. So that's why there will be reaction. So NaCl and silver nitrate would react with one another and it will form the silver chloride as well as sodium nitrate. So it is given resulting in the formation of white precipitate of insoluble sodium chloride. So you have to calculate that how many moles and how many gram of silver chloride are formed, which is the limiting reagent. So you have to calculate the amount of the silver chloride formed in this reaction, and you have to find out the limiting reagent also. So take a look over the question and then start solving it. Okay. So first of all, we must write the balanced chemical equation. So this is the balanced chemical reaction. Sodium chloride reacts with silver nitrate, gives you the silver chloride and sodium nitrate. How much volume of sodium chloride is taken? 500 ml of the sodium chloride taken, whose molarity is 0.200 m. That means this is the strength of the sodium chloride and it was taken 500 ml. Second reactant, silver nitrate, whose molar strength is 0.500 m. This is the molarity, and 100 ml of this solution is taken. So what would be the number of moles of the sodium chloride? So now to calculate the number of moles of a particular substance, if you have given the molarity and volume, multiply it together, you will get, and keep it in mind that volume should be taken in liter. That's why this 500 is divided by 1000. So 500 by 1000 into 0.200 m. So when you calculate it, it will become 0.1 mole. That is why 1000 is written, because I have converted this 500 ml into liter. Again, for silver nitrate also we have calculated the number of moles, that is multiplied by molarity multiplied by volume, and this again the volume is given in ml, so that must be converted into the liter. So that's why 100 is divided by 1000 to convert it into liter. So 0.05 mole. Now I have to calculate how much AgCl has to be formed. How much AgCl is formed in this reaction. To calculate it, we have already explained you. We should first of all identify the limiting reagent and excess reagent. With the help of limiting reagent only you can calculate this one. So that is why we must identify the limiting reagent. So now you can see here 1 mole of sodium chloride reacts with 1 mole of silver nitrate. See here, 1 mole of silver nitrate reacts with 1 mole of sodium chloride to produce the 1 mole of silver chloride. Now, according to question, how much silver nitrate we have taken? 0.05 mole of silver nitrate was given to us.